Only 5 races remain here in the 2023 NR2003 Rowdy Energy Pro Series season. And the championship is still very much up for grabs. We've got 2 of our competitors in a dead heat right now for the Cup, with many more definitely still in contention and looking to pounce when the opportunity comes. Closing stage of the season, the anticipation is high, the patience is low, and these guys are going to be giving it all to try and get this championship. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to race number 13 on the 2023 NR2003 Rowdy Energy Pro Series season. This is the Iowa Corn 150 at the Iowa Speedway. What's going on, everybody? Caleb here, and welcome to the Iowa Speedway, nestled in the prairie of the Midwest in Iowa. This is a pretty interesting track, if I must say. It's pretty short, maybe a little bit bigger than a Richmond. Although, I'll be completely honest, it doesn't look as small as it is, but although it might be small, it can pack some pretty big action. We're bound to see some tonight. Like I said, pre-race, the anticipation's high, patience is low. These drivers are definitely going to be giving it their all, and I know definitely 2 drivers that'll be giving it their all tonight. That's our 2 that are only 3 points apart. First and second in the championship. Vinny Scholes, Richard Kinghart, they are both going at it. They're swapping that points lead back and forth. They've definitely made this pretty interesting, but had a couple rough patches last couple weeks. That's allowed some more competitors to slip in through the cracks, like Chad Garkowski, Matt Tuck, Lucia Torres, are still what you consider wild card spots, but they are making ground on our 2 leaders. We'll have to see what happens here tonight. We'll see if any of that shakes up anymore. But on the topic of points, let's take a look at them heading into this race. Vinny Scholes currently holds the point lead by just 3 points over Richard Kinghart. Looking further on down the point standings, Chad Garkowski, last week's winner, is now 3rd in the standings. He's 29 points back. Matt Tuck is 4th in the standings, 48 back. Lucia Torres is 5th, 52 back. Skylar Taylor has slipped down to 6th, 55 points back. Calder Hill is in 7th, 57 back. Angel Gutierrez is 61 back. Tyreek Hartman having a very, very good season, as well as Hergel Arvin Alonso, are tied 66 points back. But on the pole for today's race, it would happen to be Vinny Scholes taking the pole for that NS Racing team. Vinny Scholes currently leading the points. NS Racing currently leading the Owners' Championship. Almost seems like a combination that was destined to happen. Vinny Scholes potentially looking to try and finish out the season for that NS Racing team. Have to see how that goes here today and for the remainder of the season. But we'll get these guys rolling off and we'll get this race green shortly. But before we do that, let's take a look at your starting lineup here for today's race. On the front row, as I mentioned, it's Vinny Scholes on pole, and it's Skylar Taylor in the 4 starting alongside. Row number 2, we have the 9 of Chad Garkowski starting alongside the 43 of Lucia Torres. 2 wild cards that have a pretty good shot at potentially catching our top 2 in the championship. Row number 3, we have the 7 of Angel Gutierrez and the 98 of Hergel Arvin Alonso. Row 4, we have the 99 of Caleb Toro and the 71 of Tyreek Hartman. And rounding out the top 10 in row number 5, we have the 17 of Jim Vincent left and the 87 of Cole Raymond. Row number 6, we have the 28 of DeMar Patriot and the 16 of Stephen Colon. Row 7, we have the 33 of Luna Lona, 41 of Benny Moore. Row 8, we have the 55 of Tanner Parton and the 72 of Richard Kinghart. Starting a little bit deep in the field, have to see if he can find his way up towards the front. Row 9, we have the 27 of Calder Hill and the 64 of Cameron Lassard. Row 10, we have the 20 of Landon Smith Jr. and the 88 of Ricky Drake. Row 11, we have the 12 of Will Parrish and the 73 of Matt Tuck. And rounding out the field in row 12, we have the 52 of Josh Harmon and the 61 of Brad Perez. See these guys rolling off here shortly, and here they go. Just making sure everybody rolls off the pit lane without any issues, and it looks like we are good. Race report will be on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. It'll be a 38-lap race, your usual 24 entries. And we will see a pit stop this race pretty late in the going, somewhere around lap 30. Pit road can also be a bit finicky here, so hopefully that won't cause too many problems. But if we do get a late race yellow, that could potentially shake things up a lot. But pace car is going to make the left-hand turn onto pit road, and it's going to be Vinny Scholes and Skylar Taylor that's going to lead him to the green flag. We are racing here in Iowa. Vinny Scholes with a great jump on the start's going to come around to lead lap number 1. See back here, Chad Karkowski going after Skylar Taylor. Trackhouse teammates going at for second. Lucia Torres has slipped into 4th place. But Vinny Scholes trying to pull away with that race lead. The two Trackhouse cars are still side by side. But it looks like Chad Karkowski is going to get the better of that 4 car. The camera on the front straightaway is a little bit buggered with this EXE, but we'll find a way around that. But now Angel Gutierrez is on the back bumper of Torres, potentially looking for a way around. And we got a car on the wall. That's Sergio Larvin Alonso hitting that outside wall down the front straightaway, and now they're going to be 3 wide. Through 1 and 2. That's Stephen Colon and Cole Raymond on the inside of Sergio Larvin Alonso. It looks like Stephen Colon's going to be the big winner of all this, and they're going to be 3 wide again as they come off of 4. Alonso's in the wall again. I'll also see up there Skylar Taylor is also into the fence. Taylor's going to lose a bunch of positions here, but lose one to Lucia Torres, going to lose one to Angel Gutierrez. And now Gutierrez is looking to the inside of Torres. Can't quite get something done here. Looking through the field. 12 of Will Parrish got a little bit of right side damage. We know Sergio Larvin Alonso probably has some damage to that 98. And oh yeah, he's got some damage. See Richard Kinghart. He's not been able to get to the bottom at all, and he is at the back right now. This is not what he needs, like I said pre-race. I also kind of swap who is struggling. 1 week it'll be Kinghart struggling. The next it'll be Scholes that struggles. And right now that's going to be Kinghart. We'll have to see if he can do anything to get up to the front. But up front, it's not what Kinghart wants to see. It's Scholes pulling away with the race lead. Chad Karkowski is sailing in second. Karkowski looking to make some gains in the standings. He definitely wants to get by Scholes. He wants to have a shot at that championship. But where he runs at the moment, he'll definitely gain on Richard Kinghart. Looking further on back, Skylar Taylor trying to regroup, now trying to get by Angel Gutierrez. Taylor slipped back to 5th after getting into the outside wall off of turn 4. There's Caleb Toro and Jim Vincent left, potentially looking to maybe go after each other for the 6th position. Then we have a little bit of a gap to 9th spot, which right now is being held by Luna Lona. Or no, this is for 8th, excuse me. Which is going to be taken by the 27 of Calder Hill. Now Tyree Cartman looks to the inside in that 71. And he's going to take that spot away from Luna Lona on the front straightaway. Now we got both of the Millennium Motorsports cars, the 28 of DeMar Patriot and the 12 of Will Parrish, going at it for the 11th spot. Had Chase with me up in the booth last week at Dover. Was a nice experience. Glad to have him up in the booth, and I guess more importantly, glad to have somebody to talk to during these races. But Angel Gutierrez looking to the inside of the 43 of Torres, and Caleb Toro looking to get to the inside of Skylar Taylor, looking to potentially make his way up into the top 5. Diving in pretty good, and he's actually going to go for a twofer. He's going to take the spot from both Taylor, and he's looking to get by Lucia Torres. Great run through turn 1, and Caleb Toro's up to 4th. Oh, Skylar Taylor leaning a little bit there on the 43 of Lucia Torres. Torres probably not going to like that. And Torres is now under fire from the 17 of Jim Vincent left. And up here, Angel Gutierrez to the inside of Chad Gronkowski. This is for the 2nd position. Also, I kind of just want to go ahead and apologize. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather as of late. It's probably just allergies or something, but if I sound a little bit bad or stutter a lot, you probably know why. But back here, the Millennium car's still going at it. Seems like when the two Millennium Motorsports cars are battling, they just cannot get off of each other. But Will Parrish is going to clear DeMar Patriot for the time being. And now the 52 of Josh Harmon. Josh Harmon having a pretty good run here today. Started 23rd. He's already up to 12th now. And now he's trying to get out into the inside of Will Parrish for the 11th position. And he's going to have it at the line. So good stuff from Josh Harmon here today. But looking further towards the front, Angel Gutierrez has reeled in the 97 of Vinny Scholes. Caleb Torres made his way up to 3rd. Taylor trying to take that spot away, though. Chad Gronkowski slipped back a couple positions. But Angel Gutierrez, right, trying to close up to the back bumper of Scholes. Scholes had a pretty good lead going on, but Gutierrez hounding that 97 at the moment, trying to run slightly different line. Trying to get some clean air on that 7. Skylar Taylor's past Caleb Toro for 3rd. Back here we have a couple more cars joining the fight. That's the 27 of Coldy Hill, and there's the 71 of Tyree Cartman. Cartman's had an absolutely amazing season. He's a wild card for the championship still, despite having a lot less starts. Has a absolutely crazy average finish. Let's see, coming into this race, he's got an average finish of 4.86. And hasn't finished a race outside the top 10 yet. And if he can stay here, I think this will be yet another top 10 to add to his resume this season. But looking back up front, I don't know if Angel Gutierrez might have used up their stuff, but Scholes is trying to pull away again. Skylar Taylor in the 4 looking to maybe potentially gain on the 7. Tora back here and looking further on that. How about the 52 Josh Harmon? Now made their way into the top 10. They've got a pretty fast car. And fastest lap actually belongs to the 73 of Matt Tuck. There he is. He's not having a bad run either. Currently sitting in 14th after starting towards the back. Good stuff there. But up front, it's still Vinny Scholes in that 97 for NS Racing. Said NS Racing looking to take the Owners' Championship. Big competitor right now is Trackhouse Racing, which Trackhouse is having a pretty good day. They're currently sitting 3rd and 5th. Look where the other NS Racing car is. Here's Arvin Alonso. After struggling early, he's currently sitting in 20th. And a couple cars up there's Richard Kinghart trying to potentially make his way back up to the front, but right now I'm only sitting in the 18th position. He's not been able to make too much progress, but we still have that cycle of pit stops coming up. Lots can happen during that cycle, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But take a look. The Coulter Hill slips up a little bit there in 3. That could allow Tyreek Hartman, and that is going to allow Tyreek Hartman to get to the inside of that 27. Yeah. Tires are starting to get a little bit worn here. But Hartman's going to make easy work of Coulter Hill. And he's going to look to the inside of Jim Fitz at left, but is quite going to be able to get that done. Hartman's pretty much been the closer this season. No matter what you throw at him, like I said, he'll always find his way into the top 10. And even sometimes he'll end up in victory lane, but Angel Gutierrez has caught back up to the back bumper of that 97. But Scholes had a good 3 and 4 there, allowing her to pull away just a little bit. A little bit of battling going on here. That's Stephen Colon and Cole Raymond for the 12th spot. Colon takes that away, and now Landon Smith Jr. in the 20. Looking to go after Raymond now. Looking to get something for that Dracoan Racing team. They have had a season to forget, to say the least. But had a good run at Pocono with Benny Moore. Almost won the race, but last second got swept away by the number 72 of Parrish. And here goes Pit Cycles. Yep, here goes Pit Cycles. Here comes the 97 of Scholes and the 43 of Lucia Torres. Everyone else for the moment seems to have stayed out. The 99 has big damage to the right side. Don't know if he got the wall good or what, but that's probably going to cost him on pit road. But here comes another group of cars led by the 7 of Angel Gutierrez. Anybody going to stay out? Yes, the 12 and the 87. Will Parrish Cole Raymond. And everybody else besides them are going to come in, so add that to a lap led for Will Parrish. But Vinny Scholl is going to lead the group of 2 that came down on lap 29. 28 of DeMar Patriot might have come in. See, I don't know, we might have some guys taking 2 tires. The 2-tire strategy is something that's definitely available, or some might have even just opted to go fuel only. But there's Scholes coming coming through now, and a couple of cars ahead of Scholes, particularly Angel Gutierrez, Coulter Hill, but Gutierrez didn't have a good turn 4 there. But I think a couple cars took 2 tires, and I think some took fuel only. There's the 12 coming out of the pit lane. And take a look at who it cycles out to. It is going to be the 9 of Chad Grodkowski, who is going to take the race lead on pit cycles. And he's got a pretty good gap to second place, the 12 of Will Parrish. And this race has been completely turned on its head from pit cycles. Chad Grodkowski now looking to go 2 in a row and really reel in those top 2 in points. Vinny Scholes, after all the cycles of pit stops, has cycled out to the 5th position, so not too much of a loss there, but Well, we still got a couple laps to go, and although it might not be much time, Scholes does look a lot faster than the cars in front of her. Have to see what happens, but Gronkowski, arguably the biggest wild card for the championship, looking to close the gap to the top two. Scholes is going to get to the inside of Angel Gutierrez here, going to make quick work of that number 7. Skylar Taylor in the 4. Trying to close to the back bumper of Scholes. I think Taylor also took 4 tires into that last stop, so I have to see what happens, but even if Scholes can get clear of all these cars, I don't know if it's going to be enough time to catch Gronkowski. Gronkowski might have pulled the strategy just right, but looking further on down, Richard Kinghart did not. His cycle did not play out to his favor. He's fallen back down to 21st. But Scholes actually struggling a little bit to pass Angel Gutierrez. It's definitely not going to be enough time unless something happens to Chad Gronkowski, who's going to come off of turn number 4. The white flag is waving. 1 lap to go here at Iowa for Chad Gronkowski. Winner last week at Dover in dominating fashion for that Logan Sport organization. Now driving the number 9 for Trackhouse. He's going to make it 2 in a row, and he is going to throw himself into the championship fight. Chad Gronkowski wins the Iowa Corn 150 here at the Iowa Speedway. Will Parrish gets 2nd. Angel Gutierrez is going to get 3rd to round out the podium positions. Vinny Scholes, who led most of this race, is going to come up short in 4th position. And I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a little bit of extracurricular activity, but pit cycles really flipped that race onto its head. And in the end, it was Chad Gronkowski that was able to take advantage, play the strategy right, and he is going to go to victory lane. And like I said, he will close drastically on those top 2 in points. But taking a look at your full finishing results, Chad Gronkowski gets the win here in Iowa. Will Parrish 2nd, Gutierrez 3rd, rounding out your podium. Scholes 4th, Taylor 5th. That's going to round out your top 5. Looking further on down the top 10, we got Cole DeHill in 6th, Josh Harmon 7th, Landon Smith Jr. 8th, Lucia Torres 9th, and DeMar Patriot is going to round out your top 10. But definitely looking for a lot of shakeups in points after this, potentially both in the drivers and the owners' standings. But with that being said, next race will be the Bounty 150 at the Chicagoland Speedway. That race will premiere November 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sign-ups for that will go up tomorrow, November 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you all there, but once again, congratulations to Chad Gronkowski for 2 wins in a row. And I will see you guys in Chicagoland. Y'all take care and have a good one. Here are your point standings after race 13 on the season.